Hello, everyone. I'm just looking at the chat. Just need to turn my volume off. There we go. There we go. Ready up, ready up. Let's go. Let's get racing at Monaco. Come on. Let's do it. If you want to race, press ready up. How is everyone? Good to see you all in chats. We've got Cien's. He's saying, hey, George. We've got Twinkie saying, with the race car. Vera, come on, Vera. Yeah, he's got some fans in the chat. Twinkie says, what is this, all this noise around Twinkie taking pole? I wonder what the noise is all about. 0%. Ah, that's a shame. Anyway, I hope everyone had a nice week, and I need to keep my eye on Reggie because he's going to join midway. But hello, everyone, and welcome back to CLR Wednesday. We are live. This is season 5, and it's round 2 of the Wednesday tier, and we are racing at Monaco. Monaco. This track is gonna. This is where it's all gonna go down. It's gonna be an absolutely crazy race, I think. We don't know what's gonna happen, of course, but we'll have to see. We'll just have to see what happens in this race. So, as I am just waiting for the session to pop up, we will have 14 drivers, and I'm just getting the settings on. Pink Web, Absolute Cinema. Yeah, it is Absolute Cinema if Twinkie will take pole. No rain, that's good. Good to hear. So, this track will have everything. We all know Monaco, don't we? It's an absolutely crazy circuit. It's situated in Monte Carlo, in the Principality of Monaco, which is a very small country located on the Mediterranean Sea, surrounded by France, and a massive street track in the middle of it. Every May, we see this street track in Formula One, and we have Twinkie on track. Is he going to get pole position here? We get a first look here at the Monaco race track, looking like a very tight street track, as always. But I wonder what this day is going to offer. We've got the Ferrari of Twinkie now into the hairpin. Now, this corner is going to be absolutely crazy on lap 1. It's going to be the slow speed, treacherous, you might say. Opportunity for a move there, maybe on lap 1. Into the tunnel then, the only tunnel section on Formula 1. And, yeah, it's going to be an interesting run then into the Nouvelle chicane, of course. Now, that inside wall then of turn 10, the start of the Nouvelle chicane, it's going to be interesting. We may see some DNFs there. We've seen that in the past by a few of our drivers here in CLR, but it should be interesting nonetheless. Now, we are going to stay on board with Twinkie there. So we're going to go on board with Twinkie for the first lap of the day. Through anti-nose then. This is the 19th corner then of Monaco. Let's go on board with him for a full lap then. Let's go down into turn 1. Sander Vott. No heroics into Sander Vott, please. And Twinkie doesn't do any heroics. There's a little weavy off there. Beaurivage then into Massenet as we now come towards the casino. Oh, a little bit slidey there on the entry into the casino. But now we come down towards Mirabeau as Twinkie gets the car in there. We've got a car in front who will need to get out the way for sure. Into the hairpin though. It will be difficult to get out the way here, especially at Monaco. But as we now come towards Portier, which is turn 8, gets that turned in. It looks very, very difficult, of course. I'm sure there's going to be more difficulty then as we rush through the tunnel then. Now coming towards the Nouvelle chicane. Don't want to hit that inside wall. We haven't seen a car hit that yet. We'll be definitely seeing that, I'm sure, somewhere in the race. To back then, turn 12. as we now come towards Louis Chion corner. And now we go towards the swimming pool chicane. It's going to be absolutely crazy for there. Now, turn 17, which is Raskas. Oh, bit of an early turn in there by Twinkie, but keeping it on track. And, oh, he's hit the inside wall there at Anthony Nose, the entry of Anthony Nose, as Twinkie crosses the line for an 11.8. So he's on provisional pole at the minute. Will this be the pole lap time? We don't know yet, but for Twinkie, that is a provisional pole lap time. We're going to go on board with Max Tier then. So he's got the special Haas livery with the flowers. The blossom. That was a bit of a slide for Max Tier out of Anthony Nose. Goes 11.0 then as he takes P1. We've got Nivi behind then. Let's see Nivi's lap time. Goes marginally quicker than his teammate. He is 11.0, 23 thousandths ahead of Max Tier. There's that Pascal then, completing a lap. Pascal, it's a 13.8, completing his first lap of the day here at Monaco. Ready goes P4, 1.8 off. There's a 12.8. We're now going on board with Vera. Got some support in the chat. We're now going to see the Red Bull cross the line then. Goes P4, about 1.5 seconds down. We've got a Alpine of Jacob. Goes P6. 2.4 off the pace, but it's the first lap time of the day. As we see our first yellow flag, it's just the car slowing down. Nothing of note. As Pinkweb goes P1 then, half a second clear, 10.5. That is a very, very quick lap time for Pinkweb. Going on board with Ricardo then, so he's on the lap then. As we just come through to back in towards the swimming pool chicane. Very, very controlled there in the Williams. Had to switch him over on the app earlier, but yes, it is the Portuguese driver then coming through. Anthony Nose. It's always very tight here at Monaco as Ricardo goes P4. It's a nice lap time. I wonder when Reggie is going to join. Red flag the session now, as Twinkie says. With red flag the session now, mate, you'd be P5. So it's like, you know, you wanted it when you were P1, didn't you? I'm sure of that. And we now see MJB starting a lap. Is Reg online? Unfortunately, I have not seen... Yeah, he is online. Hopefully he'll be able to join the session now. I did see a yellow flag, a car going quite slow. But we're going on board with MJB then. So, the Dutch driver then, the Season 4 champion for Thursdays, and also a launch season champion of Fridays in F125. We'll be hoping for a top result here at Monaco to maybe emulate one of the top Formula One drivers' performances around here. You think Senna, all those top drivers with those sort of performances around Monaco, you'd want MJB maybe to perform, but no, he's out, and he's caught that on board, and he's hit the turn 10 Novel chicane wall. That wall has caught the first victim out, and it's on stream. Unfortunate for MJB, really, but he's been caught out, and he will start last. Right, let's see if Pens is going to do it next. Oh, is he going to do it? Oh, he's going to do it. Oh, that was close. That was close. Nah, I don't wish it on anyone, but, you know, it was a bit of a mad moment there for MJB. Anyway, he's out, as Jens is still in the session, though, through the swimming pool chicane. Oh, taps the wall on the exit there. Into Raskas, 17. I tell you what, it's going to be very difficult as he looks very flicky on the steering there. But now, Jens is out of the final corner as we now cross the line with Jens Jerdhall goes P4. That is a lap time. I wouldn't say that's, the best, but it's a lap time. Definitely important round here to get a lap on the board. We're on board with Vera then, as he completes a second lap then. Vera crosses the line, doesn't improve, marginally down on that first lap time. Bjorn Quint then in the Sauber makes amends. Oh, goodness me. What happened there? He's had absolutely brilliant car control. Just a moment with, I think, Pascal on the pit exit. But Bjorn goes P4. That was mad. That was a mad little moment for the Sauber. Crosses, though, and gets P5. So that's a lap time. But more importantly, excellent car control. We're seeing some moments here in qualifying as we're seeing Reggie on the track just behind. But yeah, some mad moments then early on in the qualifying session. I'm sure we're going to see even more things. But yeah, this is what Monaco offers, and I'm excited to see even more things as we go on. Oh, yellow flag. Oh, of course it is. It's Jens. I think he's gone on at Raskas. He's hit the wall. He's lost his part of that front wing. Now it's good to do it in qualifying. Not in the race. You want to do it in quali, not the race. But for Jens, it will be a wing change and start a new lap. Basically, it's not the worst. Worst hasn't come to worst yet. Right then, so for now we're going to stay on board with Nivi. So Nivi, the Gooner, well, not the Gooner, the Arsenal fan, not that other one that people will think about. But anyone on board with Nivi, he's a very controlled driver. I'm sure it'll be a surprise to me if Nivi hits that inside wall at turn 10. But he can do whatever. He can do a lot of things, Nivi, and I'm sure he's capable of a win here. Oh! He's capable of nearly crashing out there as well, but Nivi keeping his car in check as he now comes for Anthony Nose. A bit of a rough end to the lap then. Let's see if that's going to be an improvement still. It does improve marginally, so not a whole lot of an improvement, but still an improvement. He would have definitely had more lap time under his belt without that moment. We're going on board with Pink Web, and that is not going to be an improvement. We're going on board with Pascal then, as he's about to complete a lap. He's about 1.5 seconds down. Is that on his old lap or is it on the leader? Whatever it is, he'll be looking for an improvement, and that was a bit of hesitation then at turn 19, Anthony knows. But Pascal did not improve on his lap. That was his lap delta. He didn't find an improvement. We are now going on board with Reggie then, so... Oh, that was a clunk of the wall then. You hear that on the sounds. But Reg keeping his car in check as he now comes out the last corner. Good throttle control. But now Reg crossed the line, goes P2. That's a very nice lap. Very nice lap from Mr. Brighton. It's a very, very strong lap. As we're now going aboard with Max Tier. Now, he's been strong here at Monaco in many leagues. I remember FSRL, he had a very strong performance here at Monaco, but what could he find today in CLR? 14.8, well, he backed out of that one, I think, as Vera already is on the lap. I think that was ready. He did improve by about 3 tenths, but no position change. As I am looking chat, yeah, not a problem. But yeah, let's go on board with Jacob then. So they're not an improvement then. He's a validator. Oh, we got yellow flag. It was him going very slow, 6th path. It was not a moment as maybe I first thought it was. Vera's on an out lap. We're going to go on board with the Ferrari then of Twinkie, as that's not an improvement for him. And let's see, there's a Haas and there is a Red Bull after that. I think we're going to go on board with Reddy then. He is on the hot lap, supposedly. I think that is definitely a hot lap. Ready? Is he ready for the challenge of Monaco? Well, you never know. I mean, Monaco is always a shock. There's always a surprise here in terms of pace. And we will have a mandatory 2 stop, so the field will be shaken up definitely with that. But Ready then comes into the pit lane, so not going to be improving. Ricardo has got an improvement possibly lined up here for us. As he now crosses the line, Ricardo goes P6. He found about 3 attempts on that lap. The next car to cross the line is a McLaren. That is 6th path starting a lap. Or is that 6th path? Yes, it is 6th path. Currently, we're looking at Vera now, so about a 10th found. Oh, another car! Another one has done it at the turn 10, and it's Reggie has hit the inside wall. Unfortunately for him, that is going to be him out of the session. So Peter at best for Reg then, and yeah, he has done it at the famous wall, Nouvelle wall. That is that wall that sticks out, and it always causes something. Whatever league, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be an incident there. You just know it. Right, let's go on board with Max then. So nearly a tenth up. Gliding on that inside wall there at the swimming pool chicane. We're learning the quarter names here. Raskas, and now we're coming through Anthony Nose. Oh, goodness me, Max. That was very close to disaster, as he's not going to improve on that lap. Definitely not. Going that deep into Anthony Nose. But yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sixth Path then is about to complete a lap. He goes P5. That's a solid effort from Sixth Path. Very nice lap from the McLaren driver, and that's his first lap on the board. It's always good to get a lap on, at least, but for Sixth Path, it's a valiant effort, I would say. Is Vera currently on the lap? No. We're going to go on board with Nivi then, because I've just clocked on that he's started a lap. So we're now going through Casino Square then. What can Nivi do today? I just think that he's going to be a driver who's going to deliver something in this race. Second gear through the hairpin. That's interesting. Normally you would want to drop to first gear, but I understand that the wheel spin can be quite something, especially which causes the wear. So Nivi then maybe finding a method here then. So we're going into Nouvelle Chicane now at the tunnel. Ooh, a bit of hesitation, leaving the gap there with the wall. It's not up to the walls just yet for Nivi. Just leaving some margin out there. Understandably, some drivers haven't left enough margin clearly through that section. But yeah, Nivi looks very cool on the car. Just leaving some margin. He's a very solid driver as Nivi, but we now come out the last corner then. Let's see what lap time Nivi will brew up for us. It is a 10 thousandths down on Pinkweb onto the front row, but it's a good improvement for Nivi. Now, I'm sure there's more time in that, because it looked like, to me, Nivi was leaving a bit of space. So watch this space, I guess, if he's going to have enough time for another lap. He's got fuel on board. It's possible. As it looks like that McLaren at the bottom of the track's on an out lap, so we're going to stick with Jacob then. So I wonder what Jacob can do today. He's just got to, I'll be honest with him, you know, if he's not really on the pace today, he's just got to survive, because there's going to be some DNFs, definitely some. We've already seen during qualifying some people have not even done a lap. So yeah, I wonder what Jacob can offer. So we now come through to back, looking up to the wall then. So let's go Jacob. No ERS at the minute, he's just using overtake. So a different bit of a ERS strategy for Jacob, as he now comes through the final corner. Anthony knows, bit of a slide on the exit there at turn 19. Comes to the line, not an improvement. Still got time for another lap. Pinkweb is starting a lap, it seems. We are going to go and watch a driver who is currently finishing a lap, and that is Pascal. So the McLaren driver, who will definitely be looking for an improvement today. You know, obviously Pascal, his first race was P11, I believe. Was a decent effort, but first race back in a long time, which was his sort of position back in the day of CLR. But anyway, he now comes to the line, Pascal, P11. So that's good for him. Still got time to recharge and go for another lap. Very short lap here at Monaco, so he can definitely do that. Ricardo is starting a lap, so we're going to just watch on board. I want to know where everyone is, because that's good to know. Jacob is... Oof. That looked close for him. Pinkweb is the next one. So we're going to hop on board Pinkweb. He's about half a second up. Taps the wall slightly and uses that wall then to keep his car in check. But Raskas, 17 then, keeping his car under control then. Anthony knows. Just sending it, full send everywhere. Is it going to be a 109 for Pinkweb? Looks that way, doesn't it? Yes, a 9.9 for Pinkweb. Half a second up. As we are now going to find the next driver. It's Nivi. Nivi is going to find a lap time here at Monaco, isn't he? He's not found the time though, has he? As Twinkie doesn't find any positions. Jan's starting his final efforts. We're going to go with... what's his name? It's Ricardo, isn't it? Yes. 2 temps up then on this lap. Ricardo then coming towards Raskas 17, sending it, full send in there. Oh, it looks just conservative there, to be honest. Is he going to find a special lap time then? Ricciardo goes P3. Good lap then. It looks calm on his car. Max has found about a 10th and a half on this lap. He's invalid though, unfortunately for him. Jacob has also just invalidated at that section of the track. We're going on board with Vera then. So Vera, the next driver then in the Red Bull. It's P10 currently for Vera, as comes through the Rascas section. We're now coming towards Anthony Nose. Vera out of the final corner. Oh, a bit of front wing loss by someone. But anyway, Vera doesn't improve on that lap. Bjorn Quint goes P7, so that's a better lap for him. We're going on board with Twinkie and Jens are getting to know each other. But now they're going to go side by side over the line as Jens does improve to P4. So a good lap time for him as we are just looking for our final drivers. Sixth path will be the next one. Is he improving though? No, he's not going to improve on this lap. And it doesn't look like Ricciardo's on lap. No, he's obviously just completed the lap. So that is going to be your grid then. That's going to be our grid for the Monaco Grand Prix. Pink Web takes pole, about just over half a second. Very strong lap. With Nivi joining him on the front row. Ricciardo third, with Jens P4, Reggie starting fifth. Max P6, seventh for sixth path, eighth for Bjorn Quint. Twinkie ninth. Vera starting to P10, 11th for Pascal, 12th for Reddy, with Jacob P13, and MJB will be starting last. Looking at the chat then, let's go Jen, Twinkie, and Ricardo obviously. Says, Vivi, good to see you in chat, mate. Pink Web, I touched all 2 times and lost part of my wing is still improved. That's just how it is sometimes. Yep. That was a very interesting qualifying session, and it was nice. It was a nice session. Just a lot of moments in there, some crashes here and there, but yep. That is your grid. I've already read it out to you, so confirmation then on stream. So yeah, an interesting qualifying session. Just had it ready, all good, says Jens. I'd say good for you, Jens. Good lap. Right, I need someone to do 2 minutes. Can you do 2 minutes, Jens? Thank you. Right, I'll be back shortly. Right. So, hope everyone is ready for the 39 laps. Should be crazy. Looking forward to it though. It should be quite an interesting one. Looks like ready up has happened. So we all need to lock in then before this Monaco Grand Prix. Green flags wave for the formation lap. as we are now going to see our driver's tyres. Everyone on mediums except for Reddy. That is quite a bog standard strategy, really. So we're going to go through the track stats here at Monaco. So 19 corners here at Monaco. I've counted 8 left-handers and 11 right-handers. That might be wrong. Overtaking spots, it will be difficult for overtakes today, but I'm sure at turn 1 there's always a chance. And definitely lap 1, a lot of people will want to get their elbows out, get that overtake done. But yeah, it's possible. Safety car risk, yeah, it will be a high risk of a safety car here, because Monaco is always a track where you'd expect a DNF. Strategy today is a mandatory 2-stop, just like the real Formula 1 race. We have a mandatory 2-stop. Will we see a medium hard strategy, medium hard, something like that? Not expect to see soft tyres in the race though. CLR Monaco winners. So this is the second race here at CLR Monaco. F1 25 launch season, blow one by 50 seconds. Circuit length 3.337 km or 2.074 miles. The shortest circuit in Formula 1, 39 laps ahead of us. So here comes my podium prediction. I'm going to go with a shock winner today. I'm going to say Reggie to win. I just think he's going to win today. I don't know why. I'm going to go Nivi P2 and P3. Let's go with Pinkweb on the podium as well. I just think something tells me that Reggie or someone, like, you know, just something different is going to win today. What is going on at the back? They're taking a while, but anyway, fair dues, I guess. Let's go on board with Pinkweb then, as we now get ready for the 5 red lights here and the Principality of Monaco. I think the final car is into his spot now. MJB is in his spot, as we now have 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's go at Monaco. It looked like a good start for Pinkweb, as Nivi tucks in there. They go side by side behind, but Jens gets the jump on Ricciardo, and it doesn't look like any chaos really at the start. They get clear, so with Pinkweb in the lead, they're side by side behind. Is there any ghosting going on? It doesn't look like it. We're going to look through. Jens has lost that P4, maybe through ghosting. I didn't really know. I think a bit ghosting perhaps. Oh, it looked like nearly a move for 6th path on the inside. We are seeing overtakes. Twinkie with Max. We're going to move maybe Twinkie side by side with, that is 6th path, bit of ghosting involved, but Twinkie then coming through for P6. I really hate this ghosting glitch. It's very weird on this game. But yeah, let's just watch the board with Twinkie then. Is he going to go for it? No, it doesn't look like it. Nothing silly on lap 1. It looks like, a bit of cutting the chicane perhaps. But yeah, they've got through cleanly then, it seems. We've got some action behind. It is MJB past Vera into the Tabac corner. That looked like a nice move for MJB. Unfortunately, I didn't really catch it cleanly, but I did see it sight it. But yeah, as we now complete lap 1, Pinkweb with an 8 tenths lead. Nivi just behind him in P2 will be slotting up there with Ricciardo then currently P3. We're getting then on board then, and Bjorn Quint taps the ball slightly, but into P7. So that's a good move for the Sauber driver into P7. Looked like a calm start then for everyone. Looks just like the field is getting it together, settling into the race. Nothing really crazy going on, but maybe they're leaving it for later, as we now go side by side for P12, and that's Reddy with Jacob, and Reddy P12 then, the driver on the hard tyres, getting that P12, and Jacob dropping to 13th. Pascal currently last. Bit of a gap forming between the top two, but 1 second now. Behind them also, a bit of a 2.4 second gap. We are going to take a look then at position changes. So 4 position changes for MJB on this opening 2 laps. Nothing major changes. Max has lost 3. 1 up for 6th path Bjorn and Twinkie. Also 1 lost for Vera, and Pascal's lost 3. So really at the start, not a whole lot changes, but the strategy is what it's all going to be about here, I'm sure. As we are going to look then for any overtakes potentially. Everyone just got to stick together then. It's going to be a long haul. Max here looking at Twinkie. Oh, they're really going side by side then up towards the casino. As there's big contact there. Max has gained a place into P8. Twinkie has lost a place down to P9 now. Oh, that's MJB looking for a move. So that's early entertainment between these drivers. Oh, ahead. That's a dive bomb by Twinkie into the chicane, and that's two drivers hitting the wall then. With Twinkie, a bit of a late move. Maybe an edit coming from him later. But yeah, Twinkie down into P12. That was a bit of a late send from him. We did see that on board. Unfortunately, it has cost him and Max places. But still opportunities for them in the race. Pinkweb remained P1. Oh, we're seeing side by side here. Jacob has lost a place to Pascal. I think maybe Jacob just made a mistake. But yeah, early entertainment here at Monaco. Pinkweb has a 1.6 second gap. Now he's looking very strong here, Pinkweb. Obviously, Nibby will have something to say later in the race, I'm sure. Maybe a bit of an undercut is on the cards. But a good opening laps for Pinkweb. Ricardo has a 2-second gap to Nibby, as Jens is currently on the cusp with 7/10 gap towards Ricardo. Reggie just behind as well, 7/10 or so. We're going to stick on board with sixth path though, about a second, maybe gaining time now as those cars concertina together. Young Quint currently a second off. I believe that was his Thursday teammate when he raced on Thursdays. MJB has had a good start then, from last of 8th at the minute. Is there more to come for MJB? Possibly. Vera looking good then in P9. Just need to hold on in this race, and the results will come. Max is carrying front wing damage, unfortunately for him, with that Twinkie incident. So Twinkie as well, front wing damage. We're now going to go on board with Reggie. He's going to go for a move on Jens. It looked like that gap was coming down. Let's go for turn 1, Novel chicane. No, it does not look like it. Sorry, Sandevot, not Novel chicane. No heroics into Sandevot, please. And Reggie, following that classic line from Jeff back in the day. They're all hitting the wall at some point. It's just about if you get front wing damage or not. Fortunately for these drivers, none of them have picked up damage from their minor hits. Oh, Bjorn with a very big drift then out of the hairpin. Looking like he's having peak car control there. P7 then currently for the Silver Fox. He's looking ahead at 6th path. The Dominican driver who did say in chat earlier that he had a 12-hour extra shift and he came back at 3 p.m. to race at Monaco. He's racing quite well here. P6 very solid at the minute. He will have to fend off the Silver Fox, I'm sure, but we can see what will happen. I think Jens is currently struggling a little bit. Reggie will need to make this pass soon, as he's getting close to the Great Dane himself. Going on board with Reggie now. I think this will have to be an imminent pass for Reg. He can't get past though. It's just not enough. Just not enough space for Reggie to try and make that move. But we're going to stay on board with this. It's the closest battle on track right now, as there are a few drivers who are very close to each other, but this is the closest one at the minute. I think Reggie will have to try and catch him out. Now, it might hurt Reggie's race a bit, but there's going to be all sorts of opportunities as we now stay on board with this fight. The gap just concertinas up a bit, and then it goes back down. So I think Jens maybe hitting a wear point view, but still needs to keep his foot in the race. Ricardo has a 3-second buffer behind. That's good for him now. Looking like a good chance for podium here for Ricardo. We still have Nibby. Now it's about a 4-second gap to Pinkweb. Pinkweb is just driving away at the minute, really, is he? About 7 laps in now. 3.5 seconds. It's a very solid gap to have. And he's looking like an absolute machine out there. We're now going to go on board with Bjorn Quint. this could be the move for sixth path. Yes, it is. Go on the inside at turn 1. Oh, he sent sixth path right off. Maybe a bit of wiggling, contact between the two drivers. Sends sixth path down into P8. Unfortunately for him, 2 places lost then. They were going side by side, but there's the contact. Not enough for 2 cars, really. MJB, who is actually carrying front wing damage, staying in 7th place. Has caught up to his teammate, so that's encouraging signs for MJB. Even with the damage, I mean, that's good. That is good. My screen temporarily turned off, but we're not missing much. It looks like the Saubers have switched positions, so that is P6 for MJB right now. Maybe he said, I've got more pace, so let me go. Reggie ahead, though. Oh, he's getting frustrated by Jens, isn't he? I mean, Jens, he's going slow, but Reg will have to keep it in there, keep it in the game. Not worry about Jens, really. He's just got to maybe outdo him on the strategy side. But I think Jens, yeah, the wear is catching up as Reddy has made a move on Vera. Red Bull switching maybe as well. Oh, goodness me, they're very close going up the hill now. Now he's a bit more wise than, you know, perhaps we saw earlier. The drivers going side by side up the hill. But Reggie just has to catch Jens out. It's going to be difficult. He looks way quicker than him at the minute. But that doesn't matter at Monaco. You need, I think in real life at Monaco it is a 3.5 second tyre delta a lap to make a pass. And yeah, it does really look like Reggie is faster, but Jens, who will be listening to this stream right now, has enough really to just keep him behind, and that's going to frustrate MJB as well because he has caught up to Reggie as well, and it's going to really frustrate these drivers. It's going to create a bit of a train maybe. Could bring 6 path back into it. Oh, maybe a bit of a drift for Reggie there. Taps the right rear tyre on the wall. Now, what do you think about doing something different here, Reggie? Because the tyres could maybe be going off. Yeah, exactly what I thought. We'll see Reggie into the pit lane. So maybe him at Merc, Reggie has identified a gap. Medium tyres on then, so he's opting for a medium early on. We're seeing another pit stop, 6 path, also medium. We also got Max tier in. Will this be hard tyres? It looks like mediums and the wing change. Understandably, mediums on as well. Pascal also, we are seeing medium tyres. So that is a stop as Vera and Reddy have swapped places again. And this time Vera is back in ahead of his teammate. So Vera, P7 ahead of Reddy. Did not catch that one, unfortunately. We did see them switching positions earlier. Jacob did pit earlier as well into a set of soft tyres. Surprised to actually see soft tyres. But Jacob obviously deciding to do something different here. So let's see what Reggie can do. I mean, he's got about 1.5 seconds to Twinkie. Now we're seeing the first pit stop. Pickweb immediately boxes. Nivian as well. So will this be for medium or medium hard? Looks like medium hard for Pinkweb. Ricardo carries on. We've got Nivian medium. As we see Jens then responding to Reggie's pit stop call. Medium. As we see MJB, and so the first of the 2 stops is hard tyres for MJB. So he could be doing a hard or a medium. It suggests at the minute a lot of these drivers are going medium. They've gone for the medium allocation. They will go on to the hards later. Want to get their pit stops out of the way. Twinkie onto mediums. Reggie did complete the undercut on Jens, and that was a good strategy decision. Just to unlock that pace of his. He's got Vera in front of him though as the next car, and then it will be Nivi for Reggie. So this will be for position. So the strategy race is really taking over then, as Pinkweb is 2 seconds behind Beyond Quince. Beyond Quince will obviously need to pit at some point. We're going to go on board Ricardo. Will he be pitting? Yes, so Ricardo will make his first stop. And we'll have to be mindful of Reggie because it might it might be a big gap for now, 4 seconds or so it was, but Ricciardo has to cover that off very simply. Mediums on, we're going aboard with Bjorn Quint. Looks like hard tyres waiting for the Sauber car. Vera will also pit, that would be good news for Reg. As hard tyres onto the Silver Fox. Vera hooks the hard tyres on. So strategy really taking over here. As Six Path has made an undercut on Bjorn Quint. 2 laps on the mediums equate to a position. As Ricciardo, yeah, good decision for him, exactly what I was saying. Because he was ahead of Reggie by about 4.5 seconds, something like that. But now, because he has just about covered off, it was nearly an undercut made by Reggie. 2 laps was enough. About 2 seconds a lap, you could say. Bit over that. But anyway, Jens isn't that far off Reggie, but the key factor here is he lost track position. Now, Reggie and Max and also Vera are together in this section. I mean, again, for now, it's going to be a bit of a difficult race for overtakes, but we don't want to rule anything out here. There's going to be things happening. Pigweb does set the fastest lap. He's about 5 seconds ahead of Nivi at the minute. Ricciardo has lost some time as Reggie gets DRS on Ricciardo, so that will be good just to keep him away from Jens for now. I wonder what Ricciardo's pace is going to be like, though, on this stint. Will he be bringing his tyres up to speed? Or will he be, will Ricciardo be conserving early on? Will he be just furiously driving ahead? What would he do? I wonder. It should be an interesting fight, this one. And apologies to all viewers if you hear rain in my background, as the sky has opened up here where I live. Some rain. But fortunately for the drivers in this race, there is going to be no rain. But we do have another pit stop ahead of us, so we will see some even more excitement. But this is going to be a really interesting strategy race. It's not going to be the glitz and glamour of, let's say like an Austria race where there's plenty of overtakes every lap. It's just like in this race, it's going to be the strategy side really dominating the factor, being the factor here. It does look like Ricciardo has got more pace than Reggie right now, but that DRS will be helping Reggie just to put some temps between him and Jens every sector. Well, we are seeing an overtake then. Bjorn Quint gets back past Six Path. So round the outside goes Bjorn Quint in the Sauber, and that is him into P7. So that's a nice move for the Silver Fox. That was a move that looked likely to occur, but he has now made it happen. So what next for Bjorn? So he's got his teammate about 2 seconds in front. His teammate is on 1 lap older tyres. I mean, it won't be that bad of a disadvantage, 1 lap on the hard tyres. But for MJB, you never know. It could be different. Six Path, yeah, it looked like Bjorn had the pace there. Made a clear move round the outside of Six Path into turn 1. Gaps are already forming then. Jacob also in the pit lane right now. That's a hard tyre on for the Alpine driver. So he's also a lap down now, so that's not good for him really. Also got to be careful out the pit lane, but I don't think that matters in this race at the minute. Ricciardo has picked up the pace right now, and for Ricciardo, that's 1.6 second gap. And that's a safety net to Reggie. But I suspect Reggie will probably be in earlier for the second stop, as he's on older set. And some drivers choose to completely ignore that that little bump in the road, like Reggie has just seen there. Because in real life, real F1 cars have to swerve through Mirabel because of that bump in the road. But it's a video game, so who cares, eh? Anyway, let's stay on board with Reggie then. So what it looks like at the minute is he could be on for a P3 fight here with Ricciardo in terms of strategy. At the minute, on track, he's clearly behind. But unfortunately for Reggie, that gap will just continue to grow, I think, with that tyre wear kicking in. Jens currently P5, so he's doing a good job then in the Aston Martin car. Still getting some solid points. But anyway, a decent result is on here for Jens. Yeah, there's not a lot. There's no battles at the minute. There's nothing going on really. We'll just have to wait for the next pit stop phase really, unless some gaps really start to fall. And there is a gap starting to fall here for P6, MJB and Beyond Quint getting close on track. Will the Sauber swap cars or will they fight? What will they do, I wonder? So, looking better then for Beyond Quint at this stage than what it was in the last stint where he lost a place to his teammate. Yeah, my mic is on now. Anyway, yeah, the gaps are starting to close up here. It looks like MJB is also catching up to Jens. Now maybe Jens is starting to get that tyre wear that he reports on a lot of his stints. To be fair, MJB has got very good pace here. He's got a wing damage, but he's catching up to the Aston Martin in front. I think Nivi has lost a lot of pace suddenly. Has he lost front wing, maybe? Or he's just struggling a little bit here, or... Because Piquet is really in a world of his own at the minute, but 10-second gap. We're on lap 16 here. And it looks like a very difficult, well, at the minute, maybe a difficult phase for Nivi, as he's losing a lot of time. I want to look at the, fastest lap times. It looks like Piquet has a clear tyre advantage here. 12.9 is his best, but a lot of drivers in the 13s. Now it looks like Ricciardo is setting better lap times than Nivi at the minute, with Reggie not too far off the pace. Jens also on the pace. Beyond Quint also is solid pace, so I'm sure this battle could develop then, the battle for P5. And it looks like this is a battle which is developing because Jens has lost pace, I think, suddenly. And maybe he's starting to suffer some wear. But the MJB, Mr. Dive Bomb, maybe is one of his nicknames. I remember from season 4 he wanted me to call him that after the Zandvoort race. But anyway, MJB opens this DRS up. And will the Sauber swap? Will he go for a move at turn 1? No, not yet. Definitely not yet, because that is a very risky move to make if you're not clearly ahead into the corner. But will MJB go for it now? Looked like he had a look at it. MJB, oh, contact with Jens. But Jens really starting to struggle then. He's going to be side by side then into Mirabel. On the inside goes MJB. Oh, they touch. Jens turns in. They remain side by side then, go towards the hairpin as Jens defends, showing his top defensive skills. Oh, contact with the Saubers at the hairpin, but Jens defending really well there. Very nice defense from Jens. As will he get an exit then? MJB go to the Noval chicane on board with MJB 25. Go on, let's look on the inside then. Let's look on the inside. No, as Jens covered that off well. Oh, looking like an adrenaline hour between these two. A very, very nice fight developing then for P5 as we stay on board with MJB. Oh, looks like Jens is really struggling at the minute. Oh, as he goes towards Raskas. Oh, a little bit of contact as a bit of tyre hooking as well. But MJB with Jens sticking on the outside. Oh my goodness, a big shunt then. A big shunt as MJB loses most of his wing now. As Bjorn Quint and Jens fighting. And Jens gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. As they go side by side then up the hill. As Jens loses the P5. So Jens has lost places, and that was a very close battle between the MJB and Jens, but it ended in a bit of a disaster between them two. That was difficult. That was a difficult fight. Just, you know, a bit overboard, you'd say, in terms of, you know, the driver. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, you could say a bit overboard in terms of, you know, between MJB and Jens, you know, what just occurred between them two. But I'm sure we'll see the onboards. But that looked like a very, very tense battle. But yeah, Jens into the pit lane now. Let's stay on board with MJB. He will be into the pit lane. That's a certainty. Let's stay on board with sixth path then, as he gains some places and the DRS opens up. So he'll be happy with that sixth path. 2 cars that have just sustained damage. Jens gets a change, a wing, I would say. Max into the pit lane now. So this is going to be his second stop. It will be a 20-lap stint on the hards for Max to the end now. So it's his destiny. And we shall see what Max will do on those hard tyres. Yes, the first and the second stops now occurring. On board with Ricciardo now, he's right up to Nivi. Yes, the Williams driver with the Haas car looking likely for Ricciardo at the minute that there's an opportunity of a P2 maybe if he can make a move on Nivi. But Nivi pits, Nivi chooses to go first, covers off that undercut option, and this is now the first of the 2 second stops. Pinkweb can basically do whatever he wants, I would say, on this stint. Hard tyres on for Nivi. That's a good pit stop by the Haas crew. Hard tyres fly on to Nivi. As I'm going to look at the chat shortly, guys. I'm sure there's people talking. Oh, with yellow flag. Oh, Jacob is out. Yeah, Jacob is crashed on track. Is there anyone on board I can see that with? Doesn't look like it. The Red Bull's going close, though, and Vera gets into P7. But yes, Jacob has retired on track. I think he crashed out of Anthony Nose. Unfortunately for him, it was a moment there. But yes, now Max gains a place. The strategy's now kicking in. Typical British problems. I don't know if the sound is picking up the rain, but yes, Twinkie now pits as well as a nice little switch between the Red Bulls again. We've seen that multiple times in this race. But yeah, the first DNF then, Jacob, no safety car. It was a crash on track. Turn 19. Ricciardo reacts to that pit stop for Nivi as we'll see the hard tyres awaiting the Williams. So yeah, it is Ricciardo then. Obviously, he won't be able to overcut Nivi. There's no chance of that. And yeah, Nivi doing what's safest. Oh, yellow flag. And it was Reddy, I think, having a moment. Yeah, he's lost both end plates suddenly. So, oh, drifting the pit lane. Talk of that. But yeah, Reddy losing both end plates, and he will be going on to those medium tyres. Right. Let's resume racing, shall we? Max on his final stint. Someone has told me to spectate Vera. Yeah, I will. I'm trying to just, you know, cover the whole field. But yeah, Vera is currently P7. Right now, he is battling Jens on track. Although this is not really a battle because he will have to pit again, Vera. And Jens has already done both of his pit stops. So yeah, this could be a move then for Jens. We're going to stay on board with him as Reggie is in the pit lane. Let's cut to Reg quickly and see hard tyres on for him. It looks like it's currently going to be for Reggie. It will be probably on for a safe P4, would assume. Oh, they're going side by side in the Anthony Nose, and look at that by Jens. He's made a pass on Vera, and oh goodness me, they could have gone together, but no, Jens has caught that pass, and that was a cool move, I have to say. But yeah, Vera now losing out P8. But yeah, P7 for Jens. Decent stuff from the Aston Martin driver. Very nice overtake on the combat trail with MJB just behind him. So maybe this is not the last we've seen between these two in this race. Let's go with MJB into the hairpin. That looks like a nice move. Vera just complying with that, really. He's not really fighting that. Reggie getting past sixth path. That looked like just a standard pass, really. I mean, sixth path not wanting to do anything stupid. He will have to pit at least once more. But yeah, Reggie into P5. We're seeing the race leader has just made his pit stop. A free stop. Oh, Vera's out. Vera's crashed. That's at the Novel chicane, isn't it? He's hit the wall. Yep. Oh, he's spun in the middle of the track. I wonder what's happened to him. Has he just lost it out of this corner? Maybe on traction. But yep, that is the second retirement on track here. Vera, well, that should definitely be a safety car, that one. Real life, that would most certainly be a safety car. We are now seeing a battle developing for P11 now. P10 now, as Twinkie goes on the inside of Pascal. As you like, a nice move for Pascal. But Reddy is looking for that battle. Now, everyone here finishes will get points as we are in that threshold. Pascal obviously deciding to let Reddy go. But yeah, a nice move for Twinkie then out of the Novel chicane. Nicely done. Seen some very nice moves in this race, although obviously it's Monaco. You don't expect to see many of those moves. Anyway, this battle is going to happen again. It's MJB against Jens. Will these guys fight hard, or would it be more calmer this time? It went overboard last time, didn't it? But let's see what's going to occur this time. MJB currently close on track. As I want to also just cut now because Nivi's got past Bjorn Quint. Bjorn Quint extending on that hard stint, and Nivi into P2 again has made that pass on track. So putting the car between him and Ricardo is nicely done by Nivi. As we now go towards turn 1 with MJB and Jens, getting very close between these two. Now will MJB go on the inside? Oh, towards the casino. I think Jens is kind of trying to recharge here because... Oh, it just had a moment there of this casino. It goes on the inside, MJB. No, not into Mirabeau. Definitely not. The hairpin, though. Not a move for MJB. We've seen him make a move here already in this race. Oh, goodness me. Jens is making that car as wide as he can be. He's done that a few times in this race already, hasn't he? But let's see what MJB has to offer here. Going towards the chicane now. Oh, that was close. They're moving. They're really fighting hard here as the chicane just becomes a barrier there. And oh my goodness. Barrier for that battle to just develop even further. This is hard racing. We love to see this sort of thing. Oh no, MJB! Oh, it just hit the back of Jens. And unfortunately for now, that battle is going to just drop back. It's getting very tense between them two. Yeah, I'm just going to look at the chat, Alex. Yeah, good to see you in chat, mate. Let's go, Pink Web. Yeah, he's having a brilliant race, Pink Web. He's absolutely rapid tonight. And he's saying, typical MJB, come on. Oh, yeah, with that battle. Yeah, it was a very overboard. It was very, very tense fighting between them two. And the battle was just going to continue here, so let's watch the board. Jens actually overtook someone. Yeah, that's the biggest shock of the night, for sure. But, I mean, Jens is I think he's suffering his tyre wear issue where he gets to a certain amount and he just suddenly starts dropping back massively. Unfortunately for him, the tyre wear issue is just impacting him more than others. Going to the chicane again, MJB. Jens is, oh goodness me, he's plotting that car everywhere. We do have time penalties for drivers. We are going to monitor the penalty counts as we go through the race. Will this be a move then into Raskas? Jens defending, but oh my goodness, so difficult for MJB to make a move. Yeah, it is so difficult to make a move here. This is the main thing of this race. Always at Monaco, is it difficult to make an overtake? As I did say earlier, the Formula 1 delta for a pass at this track is about 3 seconds a lap, which is a mad amount. Oh my goodness me. We've seen so many hits to the wall in this race, but so many drivers managing to keep their cars in the race, which is good. Now then, we have seen another battle develop. This one is for P2, P3 currently. Oh my goodness, they're literally inside of each other, but Bjorn Quint currently occupies P3. He does need to pit once more though. But Ricciardo holding on in that fight, and he's got a lap car which is not really going to help matters. Even the lap cars in this game do create that dirty air, which is terribly frustrating for the drivers. But Pascal does have to drop back as Ricciardo does lap him. My throat is getting incredibly dry. We're about 13 laps then to the flag, so it's not too long. Anyway, we're staying on board with Ricciardo. Got a possible overtake chance here towards the Noval chicane, so let's stay on board. No, it looks like Bjorn Quint deployed more. Ricciardo opted not to deploy the battery. But that battle will continue to develop as Ricciardo does get a 3-second penalty, so that could hurt him possibly, but not at the minute. This battle will continue to go on. MJB versus Jens. MJB will maybe look for a dive bomb here. The chicane goes on the inside of Jens. Oh, they make contact into the chicane once again, but MJB gains the place. Will not want to give that one back. Has got the place on Jens, and it was a swoop to the inside. That was a move MJB wanted to make, and has got it finally. Ricciardo also makes a move on the Bjorn Quint. That's for P3. Ricciardo has been released then to fight on for P3. That's good news for Ricciardo, as the 10-lap tyre delta is starting to show between him and Bjorn, really. But yeah, that was an important move for MJB to make. Both 3-second penalties. You never know, it could be more. So we'll also have to see later. But yeah, quite interesting fighting going on here, as the race will enter a climax shortly. Jens is still close behind MJB. Maybe MJB is starting to struggle with those mediums. You think 20 laps on the mediums? It's a bit of an ask, isn't it? But anyway, let's see what the Aston Martin can do here. Oh yeah, he doesn't want to be behind MJB, like too long. The dirty air is going to really be nasty for him. As we now see Bjorn Quint into the pit lane. Now this will be one to keep an eye on. He extended that hard stint, and he's now going to reward himself with a set of mediums. It'll be 10 laps or so on the mediums. Would he be ahead of MJB and Jens? Doesn't look like he'll be ahead of either, no. So we'll have to battle his way past Jens. They go side by side then, no, but no, he is behind Jens. That was close. Will it be an easy pass to Bjorn early on? We want to get on with it. We'll have to get past them. He is going to get past them on penalties, but he'll also want to get past them on track, ideally, because those penalties can get removed. But yeah, Bjorn Quint, this will be one to keep our eyes on. Just a huge tyre delta here. Maybe another defence to keep our eyes on as well for Jens, as MJB will probably want to back him up into him. Oh no! They go side by side into the Noval chicane. They just had big contact there. Jens cuts the chicane. Oh goodness me! They just went together. They attached together, and yeah, I'm not sure what I saw there, but unfortunately for Bjorn Quint, he's lost part of his wing. Just tyre hooking, and it's just a messy one. But we've seen a lot of messy moments with with this these drivers today. But Monaco is just so different. The racing is mad different. But yeah, that'll probably be a ticket, maybe. Let's just say Jens P7. P6 currently for Bjorn. Now, I'm sure his teammate will give him an easy go here, past him. I think there's good teamwork by the Saubers because what MJB was doing was just backing Jens off into Bjorn, which allowed that effort to go ahead. But it should probably just be a team orders. Yeah, easy really. Nothing that those teammates won't want to destroy each other. But now Bjorn is released into that P5. 14 seconds to Reggie now. I think that'll be very difficult to make up. But yeah, never say never, eh? Reggie currently P4. It looks like just a bog standard line final few laps for him. Coming up. 17-second lead for Pink Web. He's been absolutely rapid today. Could describe this as like Max Verstappen type drive or something like that. He looked very impressive here. Max Tier currently P9. We just seen Twinkie get lapped, so that's 3 drivers in this race a lap down. Max Tier currently P9. 6 Path P8 right now. Yeah, unfortunately a bit of incidents affecting him, but yeah, I mean, it happens. I think MJB is starting to lose some pace here because Jens is starting to catch up again. Unfortunately for Jens, has been in the wars here, really. I mean, a few times a bit of shafted here. It was a bit shafted on that straight, I'll be completely honest with you. That was a mad moment. And unfortunately for Jens, that's what happened. If you want to fight past MJB though, he'll fight, he won't quit. That's for sure. 6 Path just behind as well, so this is looking like a tasty battle. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, they're getting contact again. 6 Path slightly ghosting in towards MJB, MJB, sorry, Jens. But yeah, let's watch more from 6 Path's point of view then. So he's going to have 2 guys who have been absolutely going at it for periods of this race. They want to go at it again. Well, will they want to go at it again? I think both of them will get slightly pissed off at each other in various different ways. But yeah, I wonder if this battle will continue or yeah. 6 Path does look like he has pace, and he's got a tyre delta on Jens. So at the minute he is making up those places, the time penalties, but track position is always important, isn't it? I wonder if 6 Path will look at a move. I want to look at his ERS level actually, 6 Path. Barely anything. But he does this thing where he just runs in none and then just deploys it all down the straights. There's a few ERS strategies, but I always notice with 6 Path he's rapid on the straights. Although, Monaco, none normally works out, I'll be honest. On board with Jens now. I think MJB is starting to deploy a bit of battery here. You can see that flashing light, and yeah, he is in non-ERS. So basically what he's doing here is just building up ERS percentage and then just deploying it all down the straight. So an overtake is really impossible. Sleepy Sloth! Hello Sleepy Sloth. Good to see you in chat, mate. Oh, goodness me. Okay, what an interesting message. Yeah. Anyway, let's go on board with 6 Path. Yeah, we've had quite an interesting Monaco race so far. There's been a lot of moments here and there. It's just some crazy battles and some clean overtakes as well, I'll be honest. We have seen it all. We've seen Jacob DNF on track. That was at Anthony Nose. Vero also DNF'd on track. That was out of the Novell chicane. But yeah, apart from that, everyone has just been keeping themselves in the race. It's not been the most crash affair, you would say. There's been some front wing losses here and there, but nothing too crazy. Let's go on with Pascal. He's going on to soft tyres. Now in CLR, there is still the fastest lap point. Real life. You don't see that fastest lap anymore, but for Pascal, he might be able to collect that fastest point here, fastest lap point, which is still a thing in CLR. Let's go on board with Sixth Path. Now he's really on the rear end of Jens, isn't he? Looking a handful for the Great Dane, maybe. The Dominican driver. This is the only really battle on track at the minute. I mean, Twinkie and Reddy are close as well. Sorry. Yeah, these two are getting close. Oh, goodness me, no. Reddy was getting close to the wall as well, but yeah, they were close momentarily, but I came and completely cursed that. Now, Sixth Path and Jens are getting very close then. It's looking like for Sixth Path, an opportunity for a P7 on track. It is probably going to be a P7 anyway, P6 at the minute, but don't rule anything out. Will Sixth Path go on the inside here? No, nothing was on there, no chance. I think Jens is struggling with his DRS level here, but Sixth Path already look for an overtake then towards the Casino Square. Nothing going there for him. Out then, as we now swoop around all these corners. I'm just forgetting turn 5. What's the turn 5 called again? That is Mirabeau. I keep forgetting that one. Yeah, the hairpin, a bit of contact. Yeah, it happens. A little bit of contact here and there. That wasn't necessarily an impactful touch. Oh, maybe Sixth Path will need to make this move then to try and get that P6, and he's deploying now. Let's go to the chicane. Let's go on the inside. All Jens. Yeah, that was a clean move, just blocking the defend. But 6-second penalty now for Jens. Obviously, that is going to impact his race even further. But as we now stay on board with these boys, providing us with a very nice battle here. No way through for Sixth Path at the minute, is the way I should really describe it. DRS open then for Sixth Path. As we now look towards turn 1. Oh, Twinkie's out! Twinkie's out! Twinkie's out! Twinkie's out! I want to see us on board. Oh, Ricardo's hit the wall as well, hasn't he? No, he hasn't. That was it. That was in the Nouvelle Chicane, wasn't it? The first wall. Twinkie's just gone in there and he's hit the wall. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a car on board to see his aftermath, but I assume for him that one was just the inside wall on the entry. But yeah, that is another car out of this race. So that's 3 retirements then on the track. We've had no safety cars. That wouldn't have been a safety car anyway, because it's lap 37 out of 39, as we've reached the limits for the safety car to be on track. But yeah, that was close to another safety car. Well, not another safety car in this race, but another safety car in a Monaco race, because they do come out sometimes, but not tonight it seems. Oh goodness me, those two are really sliding together as Jens is getting close to maybe, contact. Yeah, he's starting to struggle here, definitely. He's hit the point on that hard tyre, and Sixth Path is hitting the point now. Maybe he can make an overtake, but unfortunately for Sixth Path, the delta just isn't enough, as I keep saying today, but it's true, isn't it? I mean, he just hasn't got enough. Unfortunately for him, he's just got to stick behind the Aston. It must be frustrating seeing that 3-second gap to MJB disappear, because he won't get that P number 6 on track either. So yeah, let's now see as we come out towards the chicane then. Sixth Path will be deploying his ERS. Does deploy a lot, goes to the inside, the outside. What is it going to be? Oh, Jens covered the inside. He's had that inside covered all night really, except for that MJB incident, but still, you don't want to have a loss of discipline. Sixth Path, he's doing very well here, I admit, the McLaren, because it must be so frustrating to sit closely behind Jens for so long and get so close to making a move, but it's just so difficult at the same time. It must be frustrating. Oh goodness me, they both slide into the Final corner, Jens. A bit too much on there. But yeah, this really is the fight that we're keeping our eyes on, the closing stage of this race. It's just that Jens has had just enough, really, to stay in front of Six Path. And yeah, I do commend Six Path, though, because it must be so difficult sitting behind a car. I mean, we've seen with MJB and beyond, maybe, with the, just the loss of frustration and, maybe that punt to pass. But maybe sometimes it is better, sometimes when you have contact with a car and you gain a place out of it and you go 10 seconds up the road, although I wouldn't encourage it, sometimes it might just work that way. So, strategical punt to pass, really. As we go 6 path into the chicane, no chance. No way through. As we now hear the boats, all the horns going off on the boats, actually. A lot of boats there. I see Kimi Räikkönen maybe on one of those boats somewhere, just like he was before. As, well, this fight doesn't look like it's going to see an overtake, does it? Could be here until lap 139 and he still won't pass him. But anyway, we are now going to cut on board to Pinkweb. He's going to claim a famous win on the streets of Monaco. Bro did it by 50 seconds, and Pinkweb is going to do it by about 26.5 seconds. And he wins the Monaco Grand Prix, a famous victory for Pinkweb. And that is a wonderful win. He just drove fantastically today. That is a nice win for Pinkweb. There is a long time then until we see the next car cross the line. But that next car is going to be Nibby. He's going to take that P2. It's a strong result for the Haas driver. Goes P2. Ricciardo claims that P3 on track. Nicely done. Where's the yellow flag temporarily? Max going off maybe. Reggie is going to claim that P4. He got very close with Beyond at the end, but Reggie just has enough to hold that P4. Beyond P5. As we also see Reddy crossing the line then. Gets a P10 result. MJB is shortly going to cross the line then, so he will claim P6 for now. That's a good result for him from last. That's a very, very good result from last, obviously. Jens, it was such a difficult day at the office for him. It will be P8 though. Six Path will take P7 off of them. We've got final cars then. Pascal will take 11th. Yes, Pascal takes 11th. As we now see Max Tier will be the final driver in the Haas car. The special Haas livery. Will take P9. Blossoms his way to P9. So, that was an eventful Monaco Grand Prix. As Reeby says, let's get that first podium, Ricciardo. That's actually his second podium, but it is a good result nonetheless. It is a podium for Ricciardo. As we now see the famous Monte Carlo podium. Wow, what a result for Pinkweb. And he just dominated from start to finish. The Swedish driver taking a famous victory. And definitely driver of the day. There's no questions about it. If you win Monaco by 30 seconds, you are getting driver of the day. And he's done an absolutely fantastic effort. Race winner Pinkweb and fastest lap MJB. Game gives driver of the day to MJB and overtakes MJB. Yeah, he did put on a show. Yes, Pinkweb for me is driver of the day. He's completely dominated today's race. Just brilliant pace. Nowhere to be seen. Nivi was third. Second, good result for him. First podium in a long time for him in this league, but does a nice job to get it. P3 for Ricciardo, strong result for him. Reggie gets P4, nicely done. Beyond Quint P5. P6 for MJB. 7th for Six Path. Jens P8, difficult race for him. Max gets P9 as well, bit of incident affected race. P10 for Reddy. 11th for Pascal and Twinkie, Vera and Jacob DNF. Let me just quickly get the race director on stream if you need it, guys. There you go. It's been recorded on stream. So, what do you make of that race, guys? That was an interesting race. So, let me quickly look forward then to next week's events. So tomorrow on the Thursday tier, round 8 will be the Mexican Grand Prix. We'll be live at 8 o'clock. Callum will be your commentator for that race. Maybe Sloth will join him. I don't know. Next week for the Wednesday tier, we will go to Vegas. So, Wednesday the 29th of October, 8 o'clock. Greenwich Mean Time, the clocks will go back. At 9 p.m. Central European Time for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Well, that was an interesting Monaco Grand Prix, wasn't it? Just want to say to all the viewers, thank you for joining me in the stream today. It was a nice race. So, yes. We will have maybe some incidents to have a look at later. We will have yeah, I just want to wish everyone a good night ahead and a good week ahead, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.